Hey, you tourists, it's your boy Domination. I'm back again. The all place, 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 all place. Go get it. Oh, please go get it. Oh, please go get it. All good, please go. All good, please. All good, all good, all good, all good, all good, please go get it. It's right back to the basic. Chuck of the deuce is how we do it. Texas baby man, that Douglas back. You know what it is. 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 Real man rise up. Fake man rise down. Real women rise up. Fake women rise down. Prep the part, preacher, preach on. You know what? I got a video for y'all. I want to show y'all, man. That's what called misrepresent us. And this brother right here, he will explain to you called Prince Solomon, and he was talking about that American blacks and black Africans don't like each other, especially the Caribbean black islanders to the blacks out here in the United States. There's a lot of freaky tension going on, but he'll explain to you what's that misrepresent us, and we disconnected from each other, from off each other, just like every other race, broken each among groups from Africans to black African American and African American. We came up with these damn terms and stuff. Different parts of black. It's the same thing. They separate from white, Latinos, Asian, and everybody else, even Middle East. But it can explain to you why we can never come as a completely whole as a African American of a Negro race or whatever you want to call it. How we describe each other. Or what we call each other nowadays. But here's a video. It explained everything about it with this video, because I like his videos. He speak out about a lot of things. But this one, I totally agree with what he was saying right there. While we in this disarray and this G-man, what we in today. He explained to you. Here's the video.
It's crazy because black people, American blacks, we're just in our own zone, aren't we? We just love to be in our own zone. We don't want to know nothing about our history. We don't want any other black person to know anything about their history. We just want to stay in this poisonous, spiritless, fruitless environment of Western civilization and try our best to be as white as possible. Now, I'm not making one of these Uhuru RGB down with the cracker type videos, but I'm just saying I noticed some things. And it's funny to me. Like, you can get 5 black guys that stand in a circle talking about rap, sports, or whatever, and they're all rocking crucifixes, right? Crucifixes. And neither one of those black guys would think anything of it. Nah, this nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, man. You know what Gucci said to Jeezy, Jeezy said to Ross, blah, 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 blah. Right? Rocking crucifixes. Not even knowing the history of the cross. Where did it come from? It originated out of Egypt. Had nothing to do with Jesus Christ. At the time of Jesus Christ, they were strapping people up to poles, okay? You can check it out yourself, all right? But my point is this. None of those black guys that think anything of a crucifix, they will not look twice. One of them may even have the shit tattooed on their face. Excuse me. But the minute you show up, like with me, I have an African pendant, right? It's nice. At the end of it, it's a beaded necklace, and at the end of it, there's a wooden image of Africa. And it's black. You may have seen it. Certain rappers have it or had it on. Maybe Ninth Wonder or Even Nas, I think Nas did have one, whatever. But the case is this: when you wear it, it's amazing, and it's just a necklace. It's the image of Africa. That image, I mean, I'm telling you, if you had a repellent for ignorant niggas and insecure blacks, it would be that necklace. Now, certain black dudes I used to talk to here and there, or I would speak to in passing before I purchased the wood in African pendant, we talked and it was nothing. So I came to work one day, I had it on. Same dudes I usually speak to. They saw me. Yo, man, what's up? As soon as I turn around, yo, man, what's up? What you got around? Oh, okay. I'm like, what? Hey, what's up, man? Nothing, man. No, I'll holler at you later, though. And it's crazy. I thought I was tripping. So, I'm moving around a little bit, and I'm noticing a lot of the black guys and even black women, they look down at the ground, they turn their head the other way, and I say, yo, are you serious? Like, there's things you don't really understand, right? And then there's things you don't realize, and then there's things you just didn't acknowledge. Now, I don't really know which category that would fit in, or this situation or these events or this event that happened. But I would probably say under the category of I really didn't acknowledge how bad, black people have when it comes to their history, our history, okay? And I don't want to speak about black people as if I'm not a part of them, okay? I am. What we have is a destructive mindset. Now, you can get any black person damn near in the United States, and if they found that they had 1% of Native American in their bloodline, they're going to tell you all the time, well, I got an Indian in my family. I got Indian in my family. Every black person says, I got an Indian in my family. Oh, I got Indian. Oh, yeah, I got Indian in my family. They'll even sit up and tell you about their great granddad, 52 times removed, is Irish. Oh yeah. We got Irish in our family. Yeah. No. That's how their hair is like that. Oh no, that's why they get that light skin complexion. Irish in their family. They're perfect. They're black, but they got Irish in their family. And it's just ignorant. It's some of the most destructive thinking I have ever seen. I have yet to see any other race, because globally, damn near any brown race is under attack. Okay? Any of them. Brown, red, yellow. But black people, even internationally, I would say they have the most destructive mindset. So you can get any black man and woman in America damn near, almost, to tell you that, they have Indian in their family, they have Irish in their family, anything. But when it comes to the overwhelming high percentage of African DNA within their bloodline, you cannot, for any life of any biblical prophet in the Bible, you cannot get them to say, I am a descendant of Africans. And the crazy part is, for me, growing up, I have always got along with African blacks more so than American blacks. Like, I go on YouTube and I see these videos with these black people talking about how come American blacks and African blacks don't get along, but I know it's a video, and I don't know these black people in person, but, judging from their demeanor and how they carry themselves, and a lot of them how they speak, you can kind of see why African black wouldn't want to see their ass coming. Now, I'm not saying African blacks are some perfect race of imaginary Negroes, because a lot of them are brainwashed. To some extent, even worse than American blacks. For God's sakes, look what they're doing with the bleaching creams in Africa. The pale white images of Jesus in Ethiopia. You know? And so it is amazing to me, though, how American blacks just refuse to let go of those white Barbie dolls and those white G.I. Joe action figures they played with when they were little. I mean, but can I blame an American black person for thinking the way a lot of us do? I mean, because when you're little, everything you see is white, and everything you see that is white is great and successful. I mean, again, you have the little white Barbie dolls, the little white action figures, the little white cartoon characters. Look, even if these cartoon characters, have you noticed? Even if these cartoon characters are animals, right? Talking animals, let's say something like the Lion King. Just look at their facial features. You can tell the facial features are that of white men and women. I mean, look at most of the so-called talking animals on any cartoon in America. Most of them have facial features of white people. So you're still being imposed onto your brain. What was still being grafted onto your brain is an image of white superiority. Like, I don't know, some cartoon I was watching, I walked in and my nephew was watching, and I'm looking at the characters. I said, okay, these are supposed to be sheep, lions, and dogs. Why do they have blue eyes and blonde hair? Again, I'm not one of these anti-white guys, but you still have to really understand and say to yourself, you know what? I still can see why American blacks, suffer from a lot of delusional shit, man. Straight up. I mean, from the damn Disney movies to the white images of Jesus and Mary. I mean, black people didn't have a chance coming out of the womb. American blacks. But as you get older, you can research and understand certain things. And knowledge is out there. You can go look, but a lot of American blacks, they don't want to. Your average American black, despite what they say, we're talking about what you do, how you act. Most American blacks are anti-black and pro-white. This is the mindset of the average black man and woman in America. Regardless of what they say, they can tell you all day about don't bring a white woman home. Yeah, most of the black women try their best to emulate white women. It's the same thing with black men. We do the same thing. Yeah, the man is on my back, cracker ass cracker, all this type of stuff. But in a heartbeat, you will give a Mexican, you will give a white guy, you will give anybody but another black man credit, or you will not even, show another black man love. I've seen it all the time. Like, I've seen black men, when they see me or they see another black guy, yeah, it's okay, the vibe is blah, 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 blah. They see a Mexican or a white man, I mean, they get giddy like cheerleaders. And you know what? A lot of times I have to stop and say to myself, man, you know what? Don't get mad. Don't get upset. You have to understand what American blacks come from. The mindset, the thinking, the indoctrination since the young ages. But again, like I was saying with this African necklace, I wear it, okay? And, I remember one guy, he tried to tell me, yo, why do you have that on? And I was looking at him, I said, you know what? It's crazy because I am an African. I mean, what do I look like walking around here, talking about, yeah. I have no history. No, I'm just some sort of rogue planet out there in space, no connection to anything. That's what most of the black people are at. They'll tell you in a minute, nah, dog, I'm from D.C. Nah, dog, I'm from ATL. Nah, son, it's New York up in this bitch. But the minute you say, yeah, you know what? I'm descended. I am a descendant of an African. They get quiet. And like I was saying before, I kind of rambled on, but you can get any African from any part of the continent. Okay, at one time it was a country. Before the Western civilization got in there and started labeling shit that it didn't understand. But I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, but most of the time when Africans find out that another African is in the building, if they say, like, you have a cat from Congo, another cat from Ashanti, and another cat from Ethiopia, do you know they will all sit down at the table? 9 times out of 10, I'm not saying all the time, but 9 times out of 10, they will sit down at the table together and talk like gentlemen amongst each other. You can't even get a black person from Compton and a black person from Dallas and a black person from Harlem to sit down without some stupid bullshit. It's Harlem, nigga. Nah, fuck that. It's Compton, bitch. What the fuck? D-Town, ho? It's just ridiculous. That's what I'm talking about. So, it's just amazing and it's sad, but, I'm proud to be a descendant of, Africans. It's ridiculous. I sit up and, like I said, I've gotten along more so with African blacks, and like I said, not all of them are perfect. But I'm telling you, more have shown me love than, the so-called American blacks. But that's because my mindset is different, man. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Why wouldn't you want to claim to be descendants of the great kingdoms of Africa? Despite what they teach you in the history book, you do your research, it's some amazing stuff that happened a long time ago in Africa. It's just ridiculous, man. It's crazy. Like, I don't care about, Harlem. I don't care about Queens. I don't care about Atlanta. I don't care about D.C. like that. I want to visit, these different countries in Africa, man. See what's going on. But, it's just a little rambling or whatever you want to call it. I was just thinking, okay? I'm just thinking, all right?
Wow, that's a great video. That's a great video. There's no more you can say anything about that, man. But that's the topic we're gonna talk about in this episode today. That we're gonna talk about, man. That exalts plenty your answer. All right. It's your boy Domination. This is Back in the Basic Chunk of the Deuce. This is how we do it in. This is how we do it in YouTube channel and YouTube, baby. Until next time. All right. And peace, and I'm out. Excuse me what I'm saying. Peace, and I'm out. Till next time. All right. Bye. Bye.